Hey all, today I want to talk about a very interesting topic, which is something that I get often asked about by friends, family, cousins, everybody, is we want to move abroad, we want to do our masters, we want to do higher education in the US and settle down in the US. When should we do it, right? Hopefully this video will help you out, and I want to go through four different kind of categories of folks who are typically interested in moving abroad from a timing perspective. Please like and share this video and leave your comments below. And this might be a controversial video because maybe it's not something that you completely agree with, and that's okay. Just leave your comments below. I'm happy to engage and have a conversation. All right. So let's get started. Just generally speaking, in my view, there's four types of folks who want to go abroad, right, in different phases of life. One is a student, a fresh graduate, जो भी अभी engineering पास किया है, जिसने medicine पास किया है या graduation किया है, whatever, doesn't have to be engineering, right? MBA किया है, fresh graduate, no job experience, they want to move abroad for higher education and then eventually settle down, right? The second kind of person is somebody who's already graduated but has not been able to secure a job. So because they've spent 6 months trying to look for a job in India, and they were not able to find a job. Another option is, okay, because I'm not finding a job, maybe I can take a bank loan, or maybe my parents maybe my family has good money or not. Let me go abroad and pursue a higher degree and then maybe try to find a job there, right? The third kind of people are folks who already have a job in India, right? जो graduation कर लिया है, they already have taken their job, they got a job, campus interview, your off-campus interview, right? Referrals, whatever. They're already working at a company and they make decent money. But the only caveat here is that they've only worked for this company less than a year or less than 2 years. Okay, so they're still in the fresher category in my view. And the fourth and the last category in my view, who have reached out to me saying they want to move abroad, are folks who actually graduated in India, both reputable colleges or normal colleges, does not matter. They have had good jobs. They've been working in India for 3+ years. They have good careers, good salary, right? Good pay, and have built their lives in India, right? And a homeland. So I think these are the four big categories that I've seen constantly who have reached out and said, hey, yeah, we want to move abroad, or I constantly hear from them. So I'm going to cover each of these categories, and I'm also going to talk about the pros and cons of moving abroad in each of the stages of your life. One thing I wanted to talk about, the first category, is you're a student, you're going to your college or you're about to graduate. This is the most ideal time if you want to think about moving abroad and studying abroad. This, I would say, is the best time, and you're to even plan for this, because any other time is potentially going to delay you from some of the benefits, right? Age-related benefits too. So if you're a student, and the category one, right? If you're a student and you want to move abroad, and it can be to settle down too. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to move abroad to move to the United States to study, and you are about to graduate next May, or you just graduated this May. This is the most ideal time for you to make that move, because I think when you're a student, you don't have any connections that you've already built out. So I think it will be a continuous part of your educational journey. But in this category, one of the things that I have consistently seen यहाँ पे is that all the students, the quality of students, or the majority of the students that are coming in here, they actually are not necessarily very passionate about their own degree. Okay, and I don't really blame the student for that. I just blame the educational system in India for that. They don't really understand the core concepts. They don't really come up here with the desire to learn and be better. They're not involved in their own natural ways of creating and imagining projects that allow them to learn. So most of the time they're here just to get through and get their master's degree, to fulfill the visa obligations, and then take on a job and potentially apply for H-1B visa and settle down in the US like we all do. Now the problem with that is, number one, the education system in the US is fundamentally different than the education system in India. India's education system is all about memorizing and recreating in the exam, right? Replaying in the exam, right? In the US, the education system is more around understanding and solving in the exam. So it's a fundamentally day and night shift. So if you're not passionate about the line of career that you have picked through your degree meaningfully, right? Then I think you will definitely struggle not only during your master's programs, but even getting a job or keeping the job, or potentially even being able to do well at the job. I've seen this happen first hand, where I see a lot of Indian people coming in, working at gas stations. These students, right? When I say Indian people, Indian students coming in, I've seen them working at restaurants and gas stations, and I'm a friendly person, so I say hi to them and I find out where they're from. But the universities they tell me where they're getting their masters, I've never heard of them. These are just like, what is this place? And when I ask them why they picked that university, what they tell me is that it's student friendly. And student friendly to me means that that university is just naam ke vaste degree, like namesake degrees is what they're giving. And I would highly recommend you avoid that. If you're not, and highly recommend you avoid that, because I think it's just does not teach you anything. You end up again in the H1B lottery system where you're not really standing out. Even to get to that, you won't even have a decent job, you won't have a decent salary. It's just a nightmare down the path. Now, what can you do, right? Let's say if you are one of the students who's like, look,
मम्मी पापा ने बोला था मुझे कंप्यूटर साइंस
try to find out if you really like it. There's multiple different aspects of your degree. I'm pretty sure this applies to other degrees as well, be it biology, be it medicine. There's not just the practice aspect of it. I'm pretty sure there is a more social aspect of it, and there is a sales aspect of it. So try to find out these other aspects of your degree that you really like, and try to be part of that, right? Try to see if that might be inspiring for you, right? For example, in computer science, not every computer science engineer is a programmer. There's computer science engineers who are solution architects. They never program, but they design environments. There are computer science engineers who are technical sales leads, who are technical account managers, right? This has nothing to do with programming, but more around account management, more around technical account management, right? So there's multiple facets of each degree that you can still focus on with the underlying core concepts that you've learned. So you don't have to be an expert, right? So try to look into that and try to look at master's degrees that will align with those aspects. For example, computer science degree में एक और एक master's degree which is information systems or information technology that aligns more of the business side of computer science. So maybe that's something you could try, right? So I would recommend that path, doing that path, but I would recommend the first thing you should do is try to find yourself a reputable university, even if it's expensive, even if it's tough to get in. Because I think a good university will really help you not only stand out in the crowd, but I think the most important thing is it will help you study well. Because at the end of the day, your 2 years master's program is actually counted as work experience as well. So I think that's going to be very important. Okay, let's talk about the second category now. Now, you're a student who's been searching for a job in India for over 6 months and you haven't got a job. 6 to 8 months or up to a year is still okay. Now, if you're a student searching for a job in India for about 6 to 12 months and you were not able to find a job, are you still a good category candidate to come abroad and maybe pursue higher education in hopes of getting a job? Absolutely, yes. I think you are. I also think it still puts you in that ideal time category. However, I do think that 6 months after you graduate, if you're not able to find a job, then I think you should consider moving abroad to places where you are able to find a job. Now, it comes with a caveat, right? Not everybody should do that. So what I mean by that is United States values specialized degrees, okay? When I say specialized degrees, in the United States, in a very basic sense, there's two kinds of degrees that are considered very special. One is a degree in medicine. That means I'm not talking about biology and research. I'm talking about a doctor degree. If you're a doctor, a medical doctor, a dentist, right? Anything to do with medicine, that's considered specialized degree. And the other one is engineering. Computer science engineering, it stands number 1. Electronics engineering is number 2, I would say. Mechanical, civil, these are all just general engineering degrees that have equal demand, but I wouldn't say as much demand as computer science. Okay, so computer science degree and and computer science engineering degree, and medicine, anything to do with medicine. These two are like the most sought after. United States really wants people who are this in the US. Okay, so if you are in one of those categories and you're still not able to get a job in India, God knows why, then it's not a bad idea to consider moving abroad and actually pursuing higher education and then potentially finding yourself a job. Your chances will be higher of being able to find a job in the US with these kind of specialized degrees. Now, if you are an MBA, or if you are a biologist, or if you are environmentalist, then no, I would not recommend you moving abroad, because these are not specialized degrees. Typically in the US, they are going to look at it as, why should we give you a visa or a job when we already have very many qualified MBA candidates in here? Now, I wouldn't say. Now, let's say if you say, hey, Ranjit, what about me? I am an IIM MBA candidate. IIM Ahmedabad, right? One of the best schools in India, maybe one of the best recognized schools in the world as well. IIM Ahmedabad. And I want to move abroad, and I want to work, and I want to study. Why would I not get a job? Because in the US, they don't care. Just being blunt here. They don't care if you're from IIM Ahmedabad. To be honest, nobody kind of really knows about IIM Ahmedabad in the US, unless you're like somebody who kind of knows someone from IIM Ahmedabad, right? US places more values in the American school system and American universities. IIM Ahmedabad, I believe, is a good university, and I'm not going to talk about IIM Ahmedabad, but the point that I'm trying to make is, even if you do, you could be an IITian from Kharagpur doing some biology degree. I don't think IIT has biology degrees, but if you did like some kind of things that the US market does not really care about, then you will not have a good scope here. You will not appreciate it. So my take here is that, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is, if you have been out of a job for about 6 to 8 months and still looking for a job, you're a fresher, you have no experience, then I would still recommend going abroad for higher education. But I will also say, reset your expectations about the job market, because it will not be easy to find a job in the US specifically. Now, will you have good opportunity finding a job in Canada, UK, Australia? I will say those should be your target countries, not the US. Why? Because visa systems there, I would say Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, these countries provide more easier visa access than US, and I think UK is the same now. UK is not giving enough visas or enough. I've been in a good spot to come to the US. But I think you should really look at what your degree is and what the demand and the probability of you actually getting a job is, because everybody in the US is probably already having those degrees, unless you're a computer science engineer or a doctor, right? So, hey guys, thanks for watching the video. In the next video, I'm going to add the third and the fourth category of folks who want to come to the United States to pursue higher education. The third category is anyone who has just graduated and has a job, or has been working for less than 2 years. And the fourth category is somebody who is well settled in India, has a good job, for been doing the job for 4, 5, 6 years now, and they want to pursue higher education. So in दो categories के बारे में I'm going to add the part B of this video next week. And so please like this channel, share kare, subscribe kare, share this with anyone who wants some advisement. Again, like I said, you may not agree with all the ideas that I'm sharing, but I'm happy to have that conversation. Please like kare, comment kare, and we'll see you next week. All right, take care.